Hey there, we meet again. Now, today I wanted to cover one of the most popular drinks probably out there right now, and probably the most heightened requested of the matcha latte, and how actually using ceremonial grade matcha might actually be wasteful. Now, let's prepare one for us and get right into it. Now, as you can notice, I'm not using the ceremonial matcha. I'm actually using the culinary matcha, and we'll get into why pretty soon. I don't like to talk too much while I prepare this short moment where I prepare tea because I think it's a beautiful reminder to be present in the moment and giving my full attention to the thing I'm doing, which is making matcha. Now, for you, itadakimasu. Tasty. So, I've noticed that there's this recent trend of wanting to always have the highest quality single cultivar specifically researched matcha for your lattes. And I hate to break it to you, but you might be doing it wrong. Now, there's two specific reasons for it, and I'll be covering the single cultivar origin topic and the quality topic. Let's start with the easiest, which is regarding the quality. Now, ceremonial grade matcha is a specific product made by very crafted and highly skilled masters who blend and find the perfect balance for the matcha to be consumed as the ceremonies would be. So naturally, just with water and nothing else. So it has to be able to be an experience when consumed and prepared in that traditional way. So when you do it that way, there's some balance to it, there's umami, there's sweetness, and there's this whole journey of flavors happening and the aroma when you're whisking it. Now, when you mix it with latte, milk, or whatever milk you like, where it's oats, rice, coconut, and even on more on top, you want to put syrup, sugar, or any type of flavor, which I don't. I have nothing against it. If you like your matcha to be slightly different flavor or your matcha latte to be so be it. But you have to know that you're going to numb out and completely basically cancel out the benefits, the flavor, and the taste benefits of the matcha ceremonial matcha. And you might also end up in a weird situation where you sip it and you're like, this doesn't taste too much like matcha. Now, on the contrary, when and so contrary to popular belief, culinary or lower grade matcha does the trick because of its more robustness and its bitterness and stringency, due to the fact that it mainly uses, um, let's say, leaves from second harvest onwards. So, second or third harvest usually. Remember, there are like only 4 harvests in a year, and fifth to just to clean out. We have generally at Central House like to have a higher culinary grade matcha, so it is first to second, so you can also drink it naturally in itself. But generally, out there, I think would be second to third, and that bitterness and that flavor profile actually works much better when you put the thickness of the milk, the flavor, the sweet flavor of whatever maybe milk you're using, the syrup or whatever other flavor you want to use. It completely balances out the bitterness and the stringency, and it actually makes the matcha taste, which we know of, stand out. So you might actually feel like the when you use the culinary grade matcha, you taste more matcha. Unfortunately, it's kind of become a status thing. You have to have the ceremony matcha, and I get it. But know that if you're preparing at home, and if you're not like a tea shop or bar or anything where it kind of is a marketing thing where you have to have high quality products used in what you're making, you might actually be better off with cooking than much. Now, the second part is the single cultivar origin topic, which I do kind of understand um, where it comes from and how it kind of is working. Because if you think of what I just said, where higher quality matcha mixes mm, doesn't mix too well with matcha latte or these thick cocktails, or these thick drinks, lower quality, or just one step, two steps lower quality matcha actually does the trick. I do kind of understand how people are going with single cultivar matchas and they're finding themselves well with it, because the fact is the best quality matcha is blended. And there's a huge part of production, like there's cultivation, and then it just gets slightly processed, like a quick steam and a quick roll if it's for tea, and just dried if it's for matcha. And then it actually goes to a tea market, and then the producers and the tea masters and all of these people buy the raw tea leaves, then go through a very particular process of sifting it, so understanding, taking out, like uh, bits and pieces or like small edges which are not supposed to be there. Then they go through the balancing it out, so selecting it so the tea leaves are nice and uniform, and then they get graded. So just to, you see the intensity, maybe like the more dried ones get thrown away. Then it gets blended, and then it gets slightly roasted, and then it's finalized. So there's this whole secondary process which happens after cultivation, which is actually not in the hands of the farmer. And the farmer will often not have the machinery, because it is an expensive process, and not have the ability to do it. There'll be experts on raising and cultivating their tea leaf, so that it is at the best condition possible for the producers. But after that, the producers and the tea masters take care of all. That's actually why there's the tea farmers actually have very close relationship with the producers, because they will eventually try to cultivate a leaf which is close enough and to the request of what the producers may need. The single cultivar origin means that basically there's two parts actually, the origin and the cultivar. Single origin is like wine, so when you say Barolo, Bordeaux, and it's the area, the region in which the tea can be made. So in this case, it could be Shizuoka, it can be Fukuoka, it can be Kagoshima, it can be Kyoto. And then there's the cultivar, which is more when you take it into the wine world, it's more like, let's say, the grape type, so Chardonnay and all of that. And it doesn't really exist too much in the coffee world. Coffee world is probably more region. So, Ethiopia, Kenya, Rwanda, and all of that. And they have also seen instances where they do specify the exact farm. So I think coffee does might have a dynamic of that as well. Now, in the tea, because we come from this culture that has, in the wine, it's probably been going on since the 1960s, 80s, and the coffee, it's been the recent 2000s, 90s, where we've been really digging into specialty coffee, which goes deeper into location spots and all of it. In tea, it's a bit different. It's you are seeing like people selecting out and promoting like the type of plant, say Midori or Kumidori, or recently you want to Seime. But yeah, I hate to break it to you, but I think it's just marketing. It's the and they are so distinct and raw flavor profiles that I've talked to this about with Ikeda-san as well. And instead, it's the quality and the deliciousness and the umami and everything you can get out of it is just not there yet to go with one single cultivar. You can go with a region, because in the Kagoshima you can blend, and that's what basically Hirasan does. So our matcha is from Kagoshima, so it'll be a blend of different regions of different areas of Kagoshima. But cultivar, like going that specific, it's I don't know an example to bring this point home where it's just too raw of an unfinished product. So it's probably like, I wouldn't say cow milk because it does get processed. Anyways, the fact of the matter is that single cultivar matcha, if you're going to think it's the highest quality matcha, you're probably wrong. The highest quality is always blended. And until the farmers and the whole culture might probably like tea or like coffee, might advance to that point, that thing is not going to change. That's why thinking of it, probably why when you use single cultivar in drinks like matcha lattes, people actually tend to like it because, like in this case, a stronger profile, a more aggressive, robust, bitter, and raw type of flavor will balance out very well with milk, sweeteners, and all of that. So this is actually, so that's basically the honest truth about ceremonial matcha and matcha lattes. Now, obviously, if you're going to, there's a final point to be made where if you're, there's, you can make a very delicate matcha latte where it's unsweetened, the milk is not too, character of the milk is not too strong, so it's not more like those coconut milks or any of those too flavored milks. Maybe it's like a, it could also be like a high fat or low fat milk, but delicate enough for it to be able to mix well respectfully with the matcha and then taste it. At that point, I think one could make an argument that you could try ceremonial matcha and see the differences. But if we're going to mix it profusely with syrup, sweeteners, and flavors, toppings like strawberry jam or anything like that, nothing against it. I actually drink some of it, and I think they're refreshingly good in certain instances. But using ceremonial matcha for that, no idea. Well, thank you for this moment. I hope I helped you clear out this fundamental misunderstanding there is in the matcha world that is now becoming bigger regarding matcha lattes, and actually help you use the ceremonial matcha and enjoy it better, and make you save some money because culinary matcha does cost a little less. And so you can, if you really love matcha lattes and your flavor matcha lattes, you can make them more often because ultimately you'll be able to buy more of it. Thank you very much. I'll see you at the next moment. Matane.